All right, guys, so we're going to kind of finish up this look at the Maschine Jam. We've gone through all the new features. You've seen how I've kind of implemented most of them into the creation of this track here. What we're going to look at in this final section is how you can use the Jam and Maschine and just in general to kind of help your arrangement. I actually really like it from an arrangement perspective because arrangement is somewhere where I personally struggle with, and this makes it kind of nice. So check this out. So I've added a little bit to the track here, but I can select different patterns within a group with these buttons here. So I can kind of see, like, I can kind of get a roadmap of where I want the arrangement to go. For instance, I don't want the drums to start out in the track. I don't want that art to be there or the piano. Actually, I think I want the piano to start with it, so I just want to go. And then I'll probably do that for about 8 bars, and I'll come in with some basic drums. Some drums that don't have a kick. And then this would be a good place to add that harp in. And then maybe go to a kick. And then you can see that as I mess around with the performance strips, it might be really cool to get a kind of like an automated thing going. So I kind of now have a roadmap of how I'm going to export stuff out of the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export some things off camera, and then we are going to check out how that whole arrangement looks inside of Logic. So again, I'm going to do that off camera because it's a lot of clicking. But before I do that, for instance, I'll show you how that works just in case if you're curious. So say I wanted to export the vocal chop. What I would do is I'd come over here, I would compress this, and I would drag and drop into my DAW, and it will deposit the audio that is there. So if we play this, right, and now I have that audio track in my arrange window. So I'm going to pause, and when I'm going to come back, you're going to see a lot of audio tracks in the arrange. I'll see you there. Off camera, what I did was I bounced out a bunch of stuff from the different groups, the various little patterns. I went through some of the other, like the patterns that we made, the extra ones, and just bounced out to get an actual arrangement in Logic. So this isn't something that you have to do with Maschine, but it's something that I like to do. It's something that makes sense to me with an arrangement perspective. So literally everything that we did right here, here's the vocals chops. Right here's the piano, the arpeggiator, right, and we can keep going, and we have the drums here. And what I did was I was messing around with playing some of the different little sections of the different patterns inside of Maschine, and we have this now for the beginning. So there's this snap. Okay, so all that is fairly familiar. And the reason I like the Maschine interface is because it's a real easy and fun way to scratch out ideas without overthinking it. So that's what I did there, and you guys saw all that happen. Now the second half of it, though, I played a lot of it on the piano, and this vocal chop section is the same. It's just filtered and brighter. And we have a bass patch, and we have these 2 chord patches. One's from Serum. One's from Alchemy, and they're big chord patches. And then I added in, if you remember that drum kit, I'll actually pull it up. I added in the bigger drum sounds. So if I go to the pad mode here, I added in that snare. We have those sounds. And those sounds that I played way back earlier in the tutorial, those actually were made into the serum patch. Okay, so let's play this little drop section. And you can hear the hey sound and the different elements from that drum kit that we made way back in the beginning of the tutorial course. That's all laid out, and I just like, that's how I like to use Maschine. And Maschine Jam actually came into it kind of integrated nicely. It was very easy to use. I didn't think about too much, just kind of dinked around, got some cool stuff going, popped it into a track. And if you notice, which I'm not going to get into in the scope of this course, there is some third-party mixing plugins occurring now. And for me personally, it's just easier to do this in Logic as opposed to Maschine. It's just easier to zoom around and move around. But we have Isotope Ozone 7, we have Stereo Tool, Isotope Ozone 7, we have sample delay, we have some sidechain compression setup, sausage fattening, bunch of stuff's going on, right? So it's easier for me to set up and mix inside of a DAW, and I think most people would agree. I think even the most ardent of Maschine users would tend to agree that mixing in doing your mixdown in a DAW is a little bit easier. But there you guys go. That is a look at the Maschine Jam and how you can integrate it with the hardware, the software, and even bring it back into your DAW's environment. So I had a lot of fun showing you this tutorial and this video series. If you guys have any questions or comments, talk to the guys at Sonic Academy or hit me up personally, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am Echo Soundworks. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.